Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in once again to the cultural frequency, otherwise known as Vibe Responsibly. And I'm your host, Gio Richardson. As you can see, I am solo dolo today. Yeah, through no fault of my own. I didn't do anything. I promise you, I didn't say anything and I didn't do anything crazy. But, my co-hosts are out chilling with family, for the holidays. And so I told them that I will hold it down. And then next week, we'll be all back together, I promise. So before we dive in, per usual, I just want to say thank you for tuning in and vibing with the show. If you love what you hear, want to keep these conversations flowing, tap the link in my bio on my Instagram and TikTok, and that is at GL_Richardson. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to click the bio to become a monthly subscriber for just $5. What you will be looking for is the box that's shaking like this. That's our Patreon link. There are tiers you can choose from with some perks if that's what you choose to do. But all I'm asking for is $5 a month. It's a small gesture that makes a big impact, helping me keep the mics hot, the vibe strong, and the culture moving forward. So this holiday, Thanksgiving, was very good to me, right? And I hope it was good to all of you as well. But for me in particular, I was able to spend time with my family, my dad, my stepmom, my brother, my sister, my nephews, and a few other people. It was a great time. And just sitting down, talking and having several conversations with them. And also on top of that, on Saturday, being able to attend a men's group at a church, which was phenomenal, very phenomenal. Like a lot of things were said. And I feel like a lot of vulnerability was in the room. Everybody just kind of opened up. And basically, I realized on yesterday that I missed doing a show about men's mental health in the month of men's mental health month, which was November. I missed it. And it was such a great, just great moments I had in the month of November concerning mental health for men, having to be in this men's group and different conversations I've had. And it just literally skipped my brain completely because of everything that I was doing. But with that being said, I want to make up for it by asking a simple question. When was the last time you saw or heard a brother say, "I'm not okay," and be met with support instead of silence? Because see, we walk around with invisible steel plates on our backs, shields on our chests, helmets on our hearts. We carry the weight of protection like it's oxygen. We're raised to believe every emotion that's not strength is a threat. From the time we were boys, we were taught to be warriors, not worriers. We're told to push through the pain, bury the fear, laugh off the stress, pretend we don't cry, because real men don't, because Black men can't. But here's the truth. Some of us aren't silent because we're strong. We're silent because nobody ever gave us a safe place to speak. Some of us aren't numb because we don't feel. We're numb because we've been punished for feeling. So we walk around with depression, dressed up as discipline, anxiety disguised as ambition, anger replacing every emotion we were never allowed to show. So men are expected to save communities, protect families, lead movements, survive racism, navigate society, endure trauma, absorb disrespect, and still smile like it doesn't hurt. But here's the question. Who's protecting the men who protect everybody else? Who's holding the brothers who hold it all together? Who's giving Black men permission to say, "I'm not okay," and it be met with support instead of silence? Who's doing that? And who's doing that for you, right? More so, who's doing that for you? What does your support group look like? What does your tribe look like? Are they taking care of you? Are you surrounded or are you supported? How does that look, right? Because as Black men, we are taught not to cry, not to complain, and we don't need help, right? But in all of that, we have nowhere to express our feelings. Nowhere. And when we get the chance to express them, we express them through anger. So instead of reaching out, we lash out. We express it through humor. And we know a lot of people like this. I know a lot of people like this in my life. So They disguise everything with being the funny one in the group of friends, not knowing that they're literally tearing apart on the inside, right? Check on your strong friends. And we do the withdrawal thing, tend to shut down and shut out for a period of time without notice. Like you literally have to be like, has anybody seen such and such? Nah, the last time I heard from them was this date. And they do it often, right? They hustle, they stay busy, they don't need to deal with those things that plague them. Hypersexuality, sex that has taken over, becomes self-medicating addiction, and overachievement. Everything has to be perfect. And if it's not, we're right back to lashing out instead of reaching out. All right. So let's get a hold on that. And a lot of us suffer from depression, but it's disguised, right? It's always disguised. And it rarely looks like tears. It rarely looks like you're going through, but it's in several things that happen within our lives. We sleep, but we never get rest. You sleep, but you never feel well rested when you wake up in the morning. You have no energy. You feel like you've been beat with a book bag with one book in it. So everybody knows what I'm talking about. You wake up and you just got to just sit there for a second and get yourself together before you get up and you go on about your day, right? You're always tired, always angry. The hustle that you were in, like say, for instance, I'm doing this podcast, right? Let's say I'm doing this podcast and then all of a sudden I'm doing it with no joy whatsoever. When I know this gives me joy to do, all of a sudden it's just a thing to do. It's no longer fun. Working nonstop to avoid feeling. We're smiling without connection. And what I mean by the smiling without connection, and let me know if you relate, it's often I've talked to most men and I've talked to most women where this has happened to. Where you could be in a room full of people and still feel lonely. House full of people, still feel lonely, right? Because you don't feel seen, you don't feel heard, right? And to those people, I want you to understand one thing. If you don't remember anything else I say on this episode of this podcast, please find your tribe that is going to fan your flames. You don't have to be around people who are not supportive just because you've known them for such a long time or a period of time. You don't have to stick around. If it's not a progressive relationship, move on. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with moving on. There is something wrong with you staying there and continue receiving the non-support you've been receiving. Move on. Go somewhere where the people fan your flames. They support you. They're behind you. They want to see you get better. They want to see the progression. They want to see you succeed. That's where you go. You don't stick around and wait to see if somebody's going to come around for you. No. What if they never do? And you're lashing out. You're still shutting down and shutting out, right? It doesn't do you any good. So move on. Definitely move on. And I would definitely subscribe therapy. Go check out some therapy, man. Like it's okay. It's not taboo. As Black men, I'm going to be honest with you, not even just therapy, but just going to the doctor is taboo. We don't like going to the doctor. I don't understand that. And when I say we, of course, I always say we, right? And I say it not possessively, but protectively. I had that issue some time ago. I had that issue some time ago, right? Where I just didn't want to go to the doctor. Now, oh man, my knee could crack. And I'd be like, oh, time to go. Because I need to know what's going on. I'm not giving my bump, bruises, and blisters a birthday. Don't do that to yourselves. Go be seen, go get checked out. As far as therapy goes, it's hard because I know as far as me, and I'm speaking from the support groups that I've spoken with, or the men's groups that I've been in, and just to hear Black men say they don't believe in the system. They believe that the systems are not built for them. Well, to my brothers and my sisters, then go see a therapist that looks like you. If you feel that, strongly about it, go see a therapist that looks like you. That's okay as well. But definitely seek therapy. You have to get this out some way, somehow. And it's a third party, right? It's somebody that's going to be fair and impartial. Nobody's going to judge you there. They're not judging you. They're there to listen and to provide feedback. And that's what you need. See, sometimes the people that they're not just going to provide feedback. They're going to provide criticism. Like, No one likes to be called soft because they're trying to better their life. You get what I'm saying? That's a little hard to take. That criticism is not needed at that time in your life. What you need is someone to hear you. You need a safe space to be vulnerable. Sometimes your friends and your family won't give you that. Sometimes your partner or the person you're with won't give you that. And you have to seek someone else out. So seek out the therapist that looks like you, that can be fair and impartial and provide the feedback that you need, right? And so also, a fear of being misunderstood. Giving, sometimes some people don't know how to explain themselves or explain what's going on, or they over explain. And now you're stuck in a situation where you feel like you're not heard and you're misunderstood. But you got to get past that. You got to drop the strong points of your life. You got to put the proverbial wall away. You got to stop shutting down and shutting out. There are people out there that can help you. Get the help. Please go get the help, okay? And don't ever feel like you're being labeled weak for going to see a therapist. That's not weak. That's the strongest thing you could do. That means you want the help. That means you want to get better. Where's that weak? I think it's weak for you to walk around all day carrying things that you weren't meant to carry in the first place because it came from certain traumas in your past. Wouldn't you want to lighten your load? Wouldn't you want that off of you? Wouldn't you want to go about in your day with peace beyond all understanding? Wouldn't you want that? Wouldn't you want to just enjoy your day without having to worry about past traumas, or even if it comes up that you don't know how to deal with it? You know what I'm saying? Like, get past it. Go see the therapist, get beyond it, however long it takes. Do it. I promise you'll come out better in the end, right? And so what I want men, and I'm talking to Black men in particular, right? What I want us to do is get past the nonsense of being weak and soft. We got to get past that. We have to redefine our strengths, right? And those strengths include vulnerability. Do you know how good it feels to be vulnerable with someone, whether it be your partner, your spouse, your fiance, your girlfriend, whatever the case may be? Do you know how good it feels to get all of that weight off of you? You will feel so much lighter. You don't feel like you're carrying it by yourself, especially if it's someone that can provide feedback and is there for you wholeheartedly. It feels wonderful, fellas. Get to it. Don't always feel like you have to hold on to that stuff. The less that you have on you, the better you're able to perform as a man. You think you're doing good now. Do you know how much better you can do when all that stuff is not on you? Let it go, man. Just let it go. I promise you, it will be so much better. So much better. All right. And, your emotional intelligence will go up. You have to have that emotional expression. You can't just shut down and shut out in relationships, whether it be, a loving relationship, family. Just get to the point where you can express yourself without feeling like you have to lash out, without feeling like you have to call somebody out of their name, without feeling like you have to be this strong person all the time. You don't have to be strong all the time. There are times where you as a man have to be strong. I get it. I understand that as a man. But there are times in your life where it's okay to be weak. And if you have never heard anybody say that to you, I'm saying it to you today. There are times in your life where it is okay to be weak. And when I say weak, I mean vulnerable. That is a level of peace that you will come to understand with the right person, and life will take on a different view. You're going to look at life so different after that. So different. I promise you are. Everything is going to look so much better for you. All right. Brotherhood. Find you some men that you can talk to. Get in some men groups. I promise you'll love those as well. All right. Because you'll see other men being vulnerable, having this vulnerable state where it's just like, man, I feel like I can talk about things too. Sometimes you need that space. So seek that out. Seek it out. Please seek it out. Please seek it out. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not going to be on here long. I just wanted to drop this episode to talk about a few things for men in particular, because, we normally don't have the space to be vulnerable. We don't have the space where we feel safe, right? We don't have that. And so with all that being said, I want to say this. If at any time you feel like you need somebody to talk to, hit me up. My email is vresponsibly@gmail.com. It's right there below, vresponsibly@gmail.com. We can set up a Zoom, a Meet, whatever you want to do. And it can be a group thing. I have no problems with it. It can be a monthly group thing. I have absolutely no problems with that. You know why? Because we all need somebody to talk to. I don't know you. You don't know me. But guess what? I guarantee you we will come out of those groups completely different, because I'm going to have your best interests in mind. No judgment, no criticism, nothing. Just trying to get back to being the best men that we can be for our families, for our spouses, for our girlfriends, for our fiancés, even more so for our children and ourselves. That's all I want. So if that's what you would like to do, once again, the email is vresponsibly@gmail.com. Hit me up. Let me know what you want to do. I'm here for it. All right. Well, we've reached this part of the segment where I have this thing where I say, I heard my pastor say. And this past time I've heard my pastor say, don't judge me for what I've been given when you have no idea how hard I've been living. Listen, there are people out there that's going to judge you whether you're doing good, whether you're doing bad. You have to get to a point in your life that the judgment means nothing, absolutely nothing, because they don't know your story. And when they don't know your story, how can they read to someone else a portion of your life? It's based on the figment of their imagination. They don't know you. If you post on social media, that is a snapshot of who you are as a person. That's all it is. A reel is what, 15 seconds to a minute long or even greater? That's all they know. They don't know the rest of the time when you're off of social media, what you have to deal with, what you've been through, what you're going through. So pay it no mind. It's free. And live the life that you choose to live. Your life is completely up to you. Nobody else. It's not being selfish, it's being self-ish. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. All right? All right. So you all can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at geo_Richardson. All right. Please do, please do, please do. And you can catch the live portion or the video portion of the podcast at Vibe Responsibly Podcast on YouTube. All right. So listen, make sure you follow me, because I'll be going live on TikTok every Friday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I'm going to give you and yours a chance to ask questions and provide feedback about this episode. So make sure you guys give me a follow and join the live, because it gets deep and it gets real silly and goofy over there as well. We normally call it death row. You know what I'm saying? It's not a safe space, but I'm going to make sure I clear safe space for my brothers that come in and need to talk. But real quick, after you hit that follow button, I've got one small favor. If you've been vibing with the show and want to help it keep growing, drop a $5 monthly subscription. That's it. Just $5. That's the same price as an order of cheese sticks from TGI Fridays, but this one is way more healthy and it feeds the culture. Your support keeps the lights on, the mics hot, and the vibes flowing. So set it, forget it, and know you're part of what keeps this whole vibe alive. You can subscribe through my link in my bio on Instagram and TikTok. Once again, that's geo_Richardson, or in the description on my YouTube page at Vibe Responsibly Podcast. And hey, if now's not the time, trust me, I overstand. Just keep listening, keep sharing, and spreading the vibe, because guess what? Our new motto is, you can't just be out here vibing alone. So share the vibes and help us to keep spreading all this love. And listen, I don't know you, but I love you like I do. So y'all get out there and have a phenomenal day on purpose. All right? All right. I'm out.